My new business, Dr. Barry's Eclectic Remedies, was in a tight spot recently. We only had $3,100 left in the bank, but we had $6,600 due in expenses over the next 7 days. I knew we needed to take fast action to bring in some cash and keep things afloat. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what we did, the strategies we used, and the results. First, Deacon and I will be discussing the strategy in depth, and then you'll see my wife and I execute on that strategy by looking over our shoulder and seeing us share our screen. Stick around to the end to hear our current cash position after implementing these tactics. So let's jump into the podcast episode with Deacon and I, and then we'll jump into the screen share after that.
All right, Travis, here's the deal. Here come the numbers. Right now, status update, cash in the bank. We have $3,094. Here's what we owe. We owe $980 to release Reflux Essentials product from the manufacturer so we can start selling it. We owe about $3,600 to release Hiatal Health product so we can start selling that. In a few days, we'll get a bill for about $500 from our 3PL for June. And we have a $1,500 note payment. Altogether, that's $6,580 cash out the door we are expecting in the next 7 days. And we've got about $3,000 in the bank. So let's figure this out. That's like where we started the week. I know we've taken a lot of action since then. Let's just kind of run through them. Maybe like least exciting to most exciting things that we're doing. Because man, we need some cash in here just to get to the starting line, I guess.
As Justice always says, I love to print cash. So let's print some cash.
Let's do it. All right, I've got a list here of some things we did, and I'm going to go least exciting to most exciting. First thing we did, we have this website, The Good Chef, which we've talked about. What are we doing over there to create cash, and do we have any numbers on that?
Ooh, I don't look at the numbers that closely for that other than the traffic visitors. And unfortunately, that's been declining a little bit because we've been trying to mess with the website and we've been breaking the website. Google doesn't like it when you break your website. So our visitors have gone down month over month. We started around 34,000. I think we're at around 30,000 visitors a month now. So it's an authority website in the GERD niche. And one of the things we did for that is we reached out to somebody in the GERD space and we sold some advertising to them. And it was cheap advertising. I think we did $100 a month for them because they were kind of our first person to jump on board. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's $100 a month plus affiliate commission, right?
Yes, $100 a month. I'm going to write these numbers down as we go. We sold an ad for $100 a month just for putting that on a few blog posts. So
yep, they're like little banner ads inside the middle of the blog.
That invoice goes out on the 1st. So in a few days, we should get $100 coming in against our $6,580 total.
All right. So we need another so we're 3,400, so we need another 3,300. The second thing we do with the GERD Chef website is we have programmatic advertising, which makes your website look absolutely awful. I have been trying to get that off that website for 2 years that I've been working with this client, but it just hasn't worked. And so we've kept that on to maintain some cash, and that will pay us anywhere from $500 to $900. So let's just...
I have the exact total here for June. Do you want it?
Oh.
All right, buckle up. $374 estimated earnings.
Okay, so a lot lower than we wanted to come in at. So the Ezoic ads are programmatic advertising. These are just pay per impression. So you get 30,000 people on your website. You're usually paying per 1,000 impressions. I don't recommend building your business that way. That is not a good way to build your business. People do that as their business. They build affiliate websites with programmatic advertising. The most common programmatic advertising for those that are like, what's that? Is Google Display Ads. Google Display Ads has advertising that you can throw all over it's called Google AdSense. And you can throw it all over your website. And every time it gets viewed, per 1,000, you get money. If it gets clicked, you get more money. Similar to like YouTube. YouTube has their advertising up front. You get paid if you've watched it for 30 seconds or if you click it. So just kind of showing you different types of advertising that you can do. We have video ads on there as well, but it bloats your website, it slows it down, and it pays peanuts. We're getting paid $374. So yay, we're up to $500.
Running total here, $474. We've got terrible programmatic ads. Oh, here's the other thing that we learned about this. I don't know if they're going to send us $374. We're talking like next 7 days. We've got $6,500 going out. I'm looking in the Ezoic dashboard, $374. Okay, that's something. We kind of need every dollar we can get right now. But here's what I've learned about Ezoic. They're not going to pay me that for a while.
2 months.
I think we have another payment coming, but I don't think it's $374. I think it's like a previous invoice. It's almost like net 30.
I think it's actually
Um,
net 60. So Amazon Associates is
ah,
net 60. And I'm guessing they just go off of what Amazon Associates is. And so that's probably what it is. And then Seller Central on Amazon is net 2 weeks. And so you get paid 2 weeks out. So yeah, all these platforms like to keep the cash in their bank, of course, and then push it down the road a little bit more. There's probably a reason for that. I don't know if there's clawbacks in programmatic advertising, but you never know. So Gerd Chef bringing in 500 huge dollars a month with some affiliate
woo.
commission from Days Coffee, which hasn't been a huge amount. We've been referring probably maybe $8 a week to them, or we're making $8 a week. We're referring almost $100 to them essentially. So they're making their money back. Plus, that doesn't account for their back end as well. Next thing we did is we have a bunch of dead inventory. And so we've been trying to sell this dead inventory, but it's hard to sell. One of the products expires in October.
Talk about the dead inventory, because that was a new term to me.
Dead
Why is
inventory.
it dead?
So this is one of the reasons we bought this business, is because they didn't consolidate their product line. They had, I think, up to 20 products at one time. When we bought it, they had 7, and now we have about 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 when we bought it. And dead inventory is essentially inventory that you're selling maybe 1 to 2 products a week. And then they have tens of thousands of dollars in inventory in there. And so it's essentially dead. There's nothing you can do with it. You can try to sell it, but you got to pump money in to sell it. And it was just kind of like, okay,
Like
is
nobody
it worth
wants
it?
it. Yeah.
Nobody wants it. They've tried to prove it. It's got 4 stars on Amazon, so it's harder to sell because of that. And because your conversion rate's pretty much cut in half when you have 4 stars on Amazon. And we did some PPC, we did some Google ads, we did some Facebook ads, wasted about $200 on those because there's just no conversions. And so it just wasn't worth it. So one of the products is actually selling about 3 to 5 a day on, I think it's like $10 to $20 a day on ad spend. And so that one's actually doing well. So 3 to 4 of those a day is around anywhere from $90 to $120 on $20 of ad spend. This inventory we pretty much count as no cost of goods sold because it's dead and it's all profit, and we're just trying to get cash back. That's the primary goal of that inventory. We don't care what we sell it for. We don't care if we quote unquote lose money if you were to account for cost of goods. But how I look at dead inventory is the cash payout that I'm getting from those products more than I'm spending on advertising? And that's it. Because the cost of goods sold, I've already paid for it. It's in the past. It's dead inventory. And I don't care. I just want to clearance them. And so if somebody came along and said, hey, I'll buy your whole thing for $30,000, it's like $75,000 worth of inventory. And they said, hey, I'll buy it all for $70,000. I would say, I'll give it to you for 25. That's how dead it is.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, just take it because it's taking up your brain space. And this is actually one of the first things we go over in our perpetual sales machine program. Side note, plug freedomflywheel.com, go check it out. And first flywheel is product consolidation. It is get rid of everything to focus on your best sellers, because 20% of your products are producing 80% of your results. Now, that was the big problem with this brand, is when we bought it, 95% of the revenue was from one product, and that product was not in stock. And it is coming into stock now, or within the next month. And
Yeah,
so
we got to get this $6,500, and then it's coming back into stock.
yes. So we have a burn rate. So we took over websites, we took over, softwares like email capture softwares. We took over the Amazon, we took over the Gerd Chef, we took over all this stuff that comes with expenses. Plus we have a loan payment due every month for buying the business. So we have a burn rate of about $2,500 that we have to meet. But the best seller that was doing about $150,000 a year is out of stock. So it's like, okay, what do we do now? So I was like,
The only thing we have to sell is the stuff that nobody wants.
uh-huh. So I think it was you that came up with the idea for wholesale orders. And so they did do some wholesale orders because they were a brick and mortar store in Arkansas. And so they had a lot of local people that carried their product in the Arkansas area. And they had about, what was it, like 200 wholesalers? And as with anything, 80-20 applies. So 40 of those wholesalers probably made the majority of the orders. And if you 80-20 it again, it's probably more like just 10. And so we sent it out to the whole list. We ended up getting, and we gave them an amazing deal. So they usually bought the product for around $17 a bottle. We said, we'll let it go
Which
for
is
10.
like 50% of what they'd sell it for.
Yeah, they do a 50% off discount,
So
essentially.
they're getting like 50% standard wholesale deal, and then what'd you offer them?
So I said, hey, we'll give it to you for $10 per bottle. And if you order more, we'll consider a bigger discount. And nobody went that big, but we had a couple big orders come through. So one person in Arkansas bought 55, 56 bottles, 58 bottles, something like that. Another couple came in that were like 10 to 20 orders, but that was an influx of about $1,000 in cash total. So that helped us out tremendously. But that was already in the bank. This doesn't even count for what we talked about earlier in the show. Like that money's already spent. And
Oh
so,
yeah, that was like last week. So that was actually included in the total at the top of the show.
yeah. So the
Ah, it's getting
wholesale,
excited.
I'm sorry, but that's gone. It's already there. It's already accounted for. So the wholesale orders, they were okay. We're not going to focus on that. Some people wanted terms, and I was like, we're giving you a 50% discount on the 50% discount. So no, you're not getting terms. And he didn't order from us, and I'm okay with that. I'm not going to chase him just to get a $200 sale. So
Let's pause right here for a second because I think this is an interesting point. So we bought this business essentially. I'm oversimplifying here, but the business was in a position where they were tired. Like running it was not a huge. They weren't super excited about running it. They had all these products left, which was the dead inventory that nobody wanted to buy, and they didn't want to place another order because that was a lot of cash. And so it was like you're in this weird position. And I wanted to pause here for a second because I see a lot of brands get stuck in this position where it looks like the path to success is add product, add product, add product, add product. And then they find themselves here. And the double whammy blow from my seat, like the double whammy blow of this, of like adding more products that aren't like the right next product to add is one, all your cash is tied up in those products. So now you're cash poor, but hey, good news, you have stuff to sell, right? Not so fast, as they, as they say, because if you buy the wrong ones, now you have cash tied up in stuff that people don't really want to buy. And then you're left with, I guess this is like the triple whammy. Do I pay more money to get them to buy the thing that they didn't want? Now I've got like marketing costs to move so it gets really expensive both like in the terms of cash flow, it's like a super huge burden to have this. And like that's kind of where we are when we took the business over.
that's why I talk about product consolidation as the first person that, whenever you come into my coaching program or my mastermind, product consolidation is so important because of everything you just said. You're spreading your finances thin across multiple products instead of being able to focus all your finances on one product. The biggest mistake I see with e-commerce business owners is that they are told by gurus over and over again to come out with multiple products and sell all these products, because if you have multiple products selling 25 a day, you'll be $1 million business. And the reason I hate that is because sorry, I had to. I respect him. He helped me, but
No, it's totally true. I'm laughing in my head because of the assumption. I'm always looking for like the math checks out. But what
it
assumption is
does.
that built on? Is the one where you said, and they're all selling 25 a day.
That, and you have the capital to market all 20 or all four of them. I believe that you need to learn how to sell before you come out with any more products than the first one, because you can sell one product to $1 million a day if you know how to sell. And that's the key thing there, because most people do not have an idea on how to sell. They just think that they found a product opportunity online and now they're going to be able to sell it. Well, guess what? So did everybody else. They found that same product opportunity and now you're screwed, because they're all coming in, and especially China's coming in because they're working their ass off over there and they're working twice as hard as you with 100 people instead of your one. And so they're going to find the opportunities faster than you are, and they're going to come in at a lower cost because
So this is
they're
like the red ocean strategy.
it's the red ocean strategy, and every guru out there is still teaching it, and it pisses me off. And I don't cuss, so that was a cuss word for me, and it makes me incredibly mad. And that is like my mission, is to put those people out of business, because it's theft. It's just pure theft. They're teaching people how to pick the perfect product opportunity, and they're just selling them a course, and they're making their money because they're just tying into the emotion of everybody wanting to be financially free. And you have cases like me who, yes, I built a multi-million dollar business from this, picking the perfect product opportunity back in 2015 when it was still viable. That was 9 years ago. It's not viable today. Yes, there are people that do it, but the people that do it have the capital to put behind it. And so that is the assumption, that you have the capital to put behind it and you're willing to take a loss for a long time. I haven't even gone into my strategy with Deacon on how we're going to make this a massive brand and get it to 3 million in revenue and 1 million in earnings within the next 2 years. We haven't gone deep into that strategy yet because we're still just in kind of survival mode. But my strategy is to take a loss for a long period of time in order to win in the long run. And we'll probably get to that in a further episode because it's one of my favorite strategies and
Oh
it
yeah.
works incredibly well. And yeah, so that's where we are. I
But first
believe
we need to pay to get the inventory release so we can actually do the thing.
exactly. So that's what we're working on now. But sorry, that was a rant. I will focus again, but let me go over one more thing real quick. Again, you need to learn how to sell. If you don't know how to sell online and you start coming out with more products, it's just going to cause you to lose more money. And when you learn how to sell one product, everything goes towards that one product. Your focus, your finances, your energy, you can split test more, you can put more money into photos, videos, listing copy. Everything can be done at a higher level because of that. And if you can make your listing 10% better than everybody else that's out there, or make your product 10% better than everything else out there, you're going to sell more as a result. And so you have to learn how to sell one product to $1 million. And then once you do that, then you can release more products only if you have the capital to do so. Because as you scale, you need more money for inventory for your best sellers. That's another thing I see happen all the time is they stock out of their best sellers because they're focused on all these crappy products over here and all the money's over here. And then the bestseller loses momentum and they can never gain it back. And so I believe in going all in on one product. Yes, with Dr. Berry's, we are going to have two products at the beginning, but that's only because people asked for a Hiatal Health back. They wanted it.
We're kind of going all in on one product, and the other
Yes,
one we have.
it will be there. It will be a nice six-figure business a year, maybe multi six figures, but it's not going to be a focus of ours. And I actually have some ideas that we could probably get that product to 1 million, but it's not going to be a focus of ours. Our Reflux Essentials is going to be our focus. That's what we're going all in on. So rant over, Deacon. I'm sorry. That was much needed.
No, that was a good rant. If all right, let's summarize this real quick. Here's why you want to avoid extra inventory that could turn into dead inventory, like extra products. One, ties up in cash, right? Two, it's hard to sell. That's what makes it eventually dead. So three, you have to pay more to sell it. And then you brought up a good one there at the end that I had been kind of on my mind. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but number four, like here's something projecting forward that I'm thinking about. This order of Reflux Essential that's coming in costs us about $37,000 for those units. There is some level of pace that we could sell through that that would require us to order again shockingly soon. Like it took them,
Scary.
I don't have the dates in front of me, but more than like 12 to 14 weeks to get us that. So, we've got 8,000 units here. I'm going to totally butcher this on the fly. Let's see. Yeah, if we're selling like 500 to 600 of these a week, which, if we have a successful launch, we're like, yeah. And then my next moment of panic will be, crap, we better put another order in or we're going to stock out. And so you can see like there's another 37 grand that we're going to have to spend if we have a successful launch. We'll have to spend that sooner than is comfortable. And if we had multiple products, like there's no way. That's really challenging cash flow situation.
And it's a $17,000 down payment. And so after we pay all this, we have to figure out how to market the new product and come up with 17 grand to then come up with the next order that's coming up, like you just said.
So wholesale brought us in about $1,000, which puts us at $1,500 we figured out how to make in the last couple of weeks from this stuff. I tried a few other things to get rid of this dead inventory. None of them worked. I don't know if we have any other ideas. I've been looking for people who just buy this almost like a liquidator. That looked like it was going to be so cheap because like they would pay such a low amount per unit. And like we have a lot of units to us, but not a lot to a liquidator. And it was like, I don't even know if it's worth going through the trouble of filling out all the stuff and whatnot for what would amount to probably like a few $100. I looked into that. trying to think. Oh, I reached out to a bunch of people who work with affiliates. I thought, oh, there's people with email lists out there. These are good products. We just can't quite move them. The general sense I was getting back from that community, and Travis, correct me if you have any other insight, because I know you've worked with these people too. The general insight was affiliates were not interested because they don't want a one and done thing. They want to sell something that they could sell again later, and that kind of thing. And so ultimately, even when I was giving them like really good offers and deals, that just wasn't a fit for their type of business model. So that affiliates didn't work out either.
Yeah, and it's when I'm an affiliate for a lot of things, and I only affiliate things that are consumable or subscription. So SaaS, consumable, or pretty much SaaS is the main thing I do because I do it through my agency. And if it's the one thing that makes me more mad than anything is when a SaaS software tells me that it's only for the first 24 months. And yeah, that's still 24 months of income, but it's just like, no, I want it for lifetime. And so I will actually move away from a software because it only offers me 24 months versus a lifetime commission. And so that's the importance of lifetime commission that they can get. So if we have a product that we're just trying to liquidate with affiliates, they're kind of like, well, I don't want to put all this energy in and then it's going to be gone in a year.
There's one other thing I tried. I should have followed up on this one more. This was just a super wild idea. Nobody never heard of this actually working. I called my other 3PL friends. I didn't actually talk to our 3PL, Travis, so maybe I could do that. Like, these guys have warehouses full of products. Lots of them sell other supplements. And I thought, well, maybe there's just somebody like in the same warehouse that would be like, sure, I'll sell this to my list, or I'll throw these in as bonus items or whatever. But basically, in all these cases, what I was looking for was, who else has people that might want to buy this thing? We don't have the people, but that doesn't mean somebody else isn't looking at it like, man, what a deal. Like, I could just throw those in with my stuff or sell them on the side. I don't know.
Yeah, that's something that we'll talk about in the future for marketing. But that is something that we've done in the past with I Love, is we've teamed up with other brands in similar niches, and we didn't necessarily have them. We did have them affiliate our products, and we affiliated theirs. But we also, even something as simple as like in the shipping boxes going out, we put each other's flyers and brochures in because you're just cross marketing to a similar demographic. However, that backfired because one of the products that we were doing it with was a vaginal moisturizer, and people didn't like getting a sample of vaginal moisturizer with their eyelid spray. And so we got a lot of complaints about it. And I was just like, this is just a brand that it was in my agency. And so postmenopausal females have dry vaginas, sorry, and dry eyes, dry everything. And so that's why we did that cross promotion, but they did not like that.
I could see how maybe that would be an unwelcome surprise.
It was good. It was good.
I like it. Cross promoting gone wrong. So we started the week. We needed a few grand, and our product is supposed to be released tomorrow. I'm fingers crossed that, and by supposed to be released, I mean, I'm expecting the final invoice and then needing to pay that, and then we can get out there. Travis, you had an idea on Monday that you have already executed on Tuesday, and we have some early results to share with you, and it's just Thursday. Talk
Cool.
about that idea.
So I so for this idea, I was initially shocked with how much pushback I got from both my wife and from Deacon. I was like, guys, why is this a bad idea? This happens all the time. And they're like, I don't know about this. Can we do that? We need this app. We need to do this over here. And I was just like, no, you don't. You don't need to do anything. Just put it in stock. We're going to say it's a pre-sale. And we ran a pre-sale. And so we were upfront. If you go to the listing, it said pre-sale. Expected ship date, mid-July, which at the time of this recording is about 3 weeks away. We're going to surprise them, hopefully, and start shipping in a week. But July 14th is essentially our estimated ship date. But in 1 week, on July 4th or July 5th or whatever it is, when they get an email that says shipping confirmed for your Hiatal health, they're going to be ecstatic because they've been waiting for this for 4 months now. And so we built up this massive pent-up demand, and all we had to do was run a pre-sale. And since it's almost done, we waited until it was confirmed after third-party testing that everything was good to go. because the last thing you want is to do a pre-sale, third-party testing comes back negative, and then it has to go back on the line and get refilled. And so that will obviously add 4 to 6 to 8 weeks for lead time. You'd hope the manufacturer will go quicker, but you have to be careful when you do a pre-sale. Make sure everything has been finalized and everything has been checked through. So we get third-party testing on our supplements, and that's what we were waiting for. And we just set it up. So want to walk through the whole process of what we did?
I do, and then I want to come back to reservations and hesitations.
So I am a go. I am a quick start. I go fast. Ask Deacon,
That's
ask
why I
Justice.
teamed up with you. I need that.
Yeah. And so I run all my ideas now by Justice and Deacon. Sometimes I keep some from Justice, but I usually
He's
run.
not on today, so we'll be we're good.
I usually end up like a week later feeling guilty. And I was like, Justice, I did something. And he's like, I'm not mad. And I was like, thank you for not being mad. So we go through times of that. But Justice Justice has a unique personality in being able to coach things and get things out of you of why you did it. Whereas in Deacon has a great personality of analyzing everything that can go wrong without being too much of a no man. He's not an attorney. He's not a CPA. Are you a CPA?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You're just,
My dad's a CPA, so
yeah.
I've grown up around it, and I
I knew
enjoy
you
the
were,
subject.
I knew it's in your brain. I knew it's in your brain somehow. And so he has a good way of looking at it from a no lens, but not too much no. Whereas then he analyzes it for potential pitfalls, like you just said. So before I go into what we did, do you want to go over those pitfalls so I can understand more?
All right, my reservations, none of them were against the pre-sale itself. Like the concept, I've used this in other things. I think it's great. Uh, my I had a few reservations. One was, what if we can't follow through on this? Meaning it's like stuck somewhere, or the manufacturer's like, for example, Reflux Essentials called us a couple weeks ago, and they're like, "Oops, we messed up the labels." And we had to like re-edit some files based on some information they had given us in the supplement facts. So luckily I was able to fix that in a day. But this is my first time through with this manufacturing group. I've never had a product release from them. And so I guess part of me is still like, do I trust everything they say? Like, is tomorrow really the day? Or is there like a oops coming and then I'm gonna look bad? And I'll tell you why I care about looking bad isn't because of yeah, I mean, I care about damaged customer relationships. We can fix those, we can talk to them. The people that are hard to deal with, though, this is like in the back of my mind, is our payment processor. And if we start getting chargebacks or complaints or something like that, we are brand new to this payment processor because we just started a new entity. So, and we started that entity with a bunch of dead inventory. So we're not selling much. So if we do a pre-sale and cash comes in, I think one of my reservations was, gosh, if we're unclear on any expectations, or equally likely the people on the other end of this transaction are just unclear, which happens, probably more often than not. What am I going to do if I start getting chargebacks and getting dinged, and Shopify payments is like, you know what? This was fun. You're not off to a good start. See ya. Then I'm in a different position. So that was honestly one of the things on my mind is like, okay, how do we do this in a way that it is so clear that they're getting, information follow-ups? We can.
Yeah. And so all legit reasons to be hesitant for it that I did not think about. Hence the difference in personalities that we have. And they're all legit. So I agree with you 100%. And that's why we were very clear. The landing page, the emails, everything had pre-sale in capital letters, bold. So the title of the product on Shopify was pre-sale, Hiatal Health, and then it said expected ship date mid-July. The beginning of the description, pre-sale, Hiatal Health is the worst copy I've ever written in my entire life. Expected ship date mid-July. And then once we had the product landing page done, we then went to writing our emails. And so we created a fulfillment email, number one. So after they ordered, they get an email. That email says, just a reminder, this is a pre-sale. Expected ship date mid-July. If you have any questions, please contact us. because we want them to come back to us if they get mad for waiting, and we'll give them a refund versus them charging back. Because customers, for some reason, they don't like to reach out to customer support. They just like to charge back. Like, here's an example from my agency. We were servicing a client and we thought they were going to go soon because they were cash flow poor because they started a second brand, because that's what all e-commerce products do. I found success over here, so let's start a second brand. But that makes you cash flow poor. What if you took all that cash and put it into your main brand? You'd become cash flow positive and make a lot more money. Anyway, they came out with their second brand. We're like, hey, you're cash flow poor. You should probably not come out with a second brand, but he didn't listen to us. And we serviced him for another 5 months before he just couldn't pay us anymore. And once I noticed that he couldn't pay us anymore, he parted ways with us and he charged back $20,000 against my agency. Didn't ask for a
Ouch.
refund. Oh, that one hurt. Didn't ask for a refund, didn't ask for anything. And he just charged back all those charges. And of course, I lost, even though I had contracts to prove and I had the 30-day notice that he gave us, because that's what my contract says, but the bank doesn't care. They're going to do chargebacks. So it's crazy how they'll do chargebacks because they're too proud to ask for a refund. Even if it's a $30 product, this was $20,000. And the funny thing is, like, I see this guy giving advice all the time in all the chats for Amazon, and I need to forgive, I need to forget. But it's not the 20 grand, it's the principle of it that makes me mad. But I have forgiven, and I have forget right now. Okay, done. All right, I'm back. So,
I had to deal with this a lot in my agency
yeah,
days, like you just described. Like that was one of my roles, kind of overseeing, cash and finance stuff. And so, yeah, I had to deal with chargebacks there, which surprised me in a service business. In a product business, which I also run now, digital product business, same thing. And it's exactly what you described. I recently charged back one thing for the first time ever in my entire life because no amount of customer support reaching out was getting anywhere. And I was surprised how, like, I had to fill out a decent amount of stuff. And I thought, why are people doing this instead of just emailing when I have, this is the other business, when I have like a, just send us an email, I'll send you a refund, no questions asked, like that same day.
yeah.
So yeah, chargebacks I think are a little bit on my mind just because they're always painful. And so I was a little bit worried about it in this case.
Yeah, and these are people that need Hiatal, so I think it's going to be okay. But we'll see. We'll see. So we just made a bunch of sales. So we did the fulfillment email, we did the page, and those are all clear as day that it's pre-sale. And then we decided we were going to email our list for 5 straight days mentioning this pre-sale. The first 3 days, we're only going to go to the list that has bought from our Shopify site before. And so the first 3 days is only going out to about 1,000 people that have bought Hiatal Health on our Shopify store. So these are extremely hot leads because obviously they have bought the product that we're selling on our website. We have about 14,000, 13,000 people on the email list total, and we're going to send it out to the rest of them in about, I would say, I think it's day 4 and 5. So days 1 through 3 is essentially like a VIP, and then days 4 and 5 is going to be the whole email list. And because there's probably some people on that email list that buy it on Amazon only and they just haven't bought it on Shopify. So then they'll get access to it 4 and 5. So that's kind of our main thing that we're doing. And then today we're on day 3. Do you want me to go over what I'm doing on day 3, or do you want to go over results first?
Let's hear about day 3. I'm
So
just
day
looking
3,
through Shopify for some numbers.
this is one of the funniest things that I do for my brand that I own, that people are just like, you do what? Like, why would you do that? It's just like, I mean, you're a business. Why wouldn't you do it? And I looked up, so you can go to Shopify and you can look up your customer segments. And I made a segment for anybody that's bought our Hiatal Health over the past 2 years that hasn't bought in the last 3 days. And that's all I did. That's what I looked up. And then I sorted it by highest to lowest value. And I am going to pick up my cell phone, dial their phone number, and call them personally. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, hey, Deacon, it's Dr. Travis Ziegler, the owner of Dr. Barry's Eclectic Remedies. I'm going to pause because it's going to have to register in their brain who's calling. And then they're going to say, who? And I'll say, I've seen that you've ordered the supplement Hiatal Health in the past. How has that worked for you? And I'm just trying to get them to talk. And they're going to be like, oh, you're who? And I'll be like, Dr. Travis Ziegler. I'm the owner of Dr. Barry's Eclectic Remedies. We made Hiatal Health and you've taken it in the past. You have to talk very slow and you have to. So, what most people do on phone calls and sales calls, because this is a sales call essentially, it's more of a service call, is they throw all these tennis balls at you and it's like, doo, 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 and you're like getting hit with like 5 tennis balls at a time and they just can't comprehend it. So, you have to explain who you are, pause, explain what you do, pause, and then you'll probably have to explain it again and then they'll get it. I just wanted to let you know that we were out of stock for about 4 months on Hiatal Health, and we sincerely apologize for that. But we're having a pre-sale right now. We only have a limited supply. So if you'd like to order more, I can check you out here over the phone, or I can send you an invoice through your email. Which would you prefer? And then they'll probably buy more. Most of them will do an invoice, and I'll create an invoice in the back end of Shopify, and I'll send it to them. If they want to pay for it over the phone, I create an invoice inside Shopify, and I put in their credit card information. It's safe. I don't like taking credit cards over the phone, but I will. I've done it before. And then it will ship out to them. And when they say, yeah, I'd love some, expected ship date's about mid-July. You can also check your email. It's probably in your email too. But we're limiting quantity to 5. Would you like to order 5 of them? Just in case. And they'll probably say yes. And so I'm getting them to buy, and then I'm getting them to upsell. Each one of those phone calls will take about 5 minutes. I will get a message. I'll get an answering machine most of the time. And for the answering machines, I'll send them a text with the link to buy. And it will just, and this is all from my personal phone number. It's not a massive text message. You could do that. But we just bought this business. So I'm trying to get rapport. And when I was looking at the segment, let me just pull up the data here real quick. The top customer is not a wholesale customer. She spent almost $2,000 with us. The next one is 1,600. The next one's 1,400, 1,200, 1,100, 1,100, 1,000, 1,000. These are big customers because this is a $30 product. So 30 times 30 is about 900.
That's a lot.
They've ordered over and over again. And so these are people that have ordered a lot of this. And so that's the power of just doing a simple phone call, is just making sure that they're taken care of. I see some of these people have already ordered again, and I may even call them just to thank them. And so it all depends on how much time I have, but I have no time, but Thursdays I open up. But that's what I'm going to be doing on day 3, which is today.
That's really, I've never heard of that. I've worked in e-commerce for a long time. This is the first time I've ever heard of somebody doing what you're doing. And I frankly, can't wait to hear the behind the scenes of it later.
I will be
That's
recording
amazing.
it all. I'll be recording it all. So I'm going to have my editor blur out all the names and then also bleep out the names. But I'm going to have my phone on speaker with my camera on, and I'm literally going to record it all. And that's going to be on my YouTube channel. If you look up Dr. Travis Ziegler, plug number 2, yes. But Dr. Travis Ziegler, we're going to have this whole video, including this podcast, on that YouTube channel. And it's going to show you exactly us doing everything that we just talked about. Fulfillment email, pre-sale order page, me calling. It's going to all be there in a big long YouTube video that shows you everything.
So we're on day 3 now. I guess that email is probably going out while we're recording. So we basically have completed 2 days of this pre-sale. There's 3 to go, including your phone outreach thing. You want to share some results, like what we've done so far? I've been surprised, frankly.
Yep. You've been surprised. I've been disappointed. So that's the difference between
I've never
expectations.
pre-ordered a supplement. I'll say that much. Pre-ordered things, never a supplement.
So the cool thing about it is, so our email open rate and click-through rate has been atrocious. It's been terrible, even with highly engaged subscribers. So that tells me the demographic we're dealing with. It tells me a lot, actually. And it may be, we may need to warm up our inbox a little bit more, but this is a neglected email list. And so we're trying to warm it back up, trying to figure out how to get them to engage again. However, the first 2 days, we got 22 orders. So we're 48 hours into this, 22 orders, for almost $2,200. So an average cart value of about $100, which is huge. That's an average of 3 bottles because we're charging $35 a bottle for this. And if you only order 1 bottle, you have to pay for shipping. If you order 3, I don't believe you have to pay for shipping. I don't know if we have free shipping on a certain amount, but that's kind of
Yeah, we should look into that.
that's ecom 101 is if like you make it so it's just above double what your typical order value is. So like our primary supplements 35, 70 would be what they'd be spending. So you'd make like 75 free shipping threshold. So then that makes them upsell to a third one as well. And so that's kind of what we've done in the past for best practices. You try to get them to upsell them more. So they get that free shipping threshold. And then you usually have a countdown timer on like the cart or like not a countdown timer, but a monetary timer, monetary countdown for how much more they need to get shipping. And that usually helps upsell the cart a little bit more. But yeah, so we're $2,200 in sales. So that was a big jump. And it closes the gap quite a bit. And we're only on day 2, 48 hours in. Technically day 3, but we're 48 hours in. And then after my phone calls today, I'm hoping to maybe double.
Ooh, that would be nice. The backup plan here, I guess, is just we have to put a little bit of cash in just to get us through the beginning of July. And yeah, we're doing everything we can to avoid that. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this is exciting. So maybe future episode we'll talk about kind of the final results, but everything's been great. And yeah, putting in cash is a cheat code. And so I don't want to use cheat codes. All right, so I'm just going to show you how we're going to set up pre-sale for Hiatal Health. So what I'm going to do is make it pretty clear that this is a pre-sale. So we're going to put pre-sale right here in the title, and then in the description, pre-sale for Hiatal Health. Expected ship date. Ship date will be mid-July. We're going to bold that, and we're going to make it big. So as you can see, big. This is a pre-sale for Hiatal Health. Expected ship date will be mid-July. Maximum units to order equals 5. Let me reword that. Please limit to a quantity of 5 or less. So what this is going to do is it's going to create scarcity. So we have a limited quantity supply. Please limit your order to a quantity of 5 or less. And this is true. I don't like fake scarcity. I don't like anybody that does that. I think it's just not good practice to do that. But let me do this, and nothing too fancy here. This is a pre-sale for Hiatal Health. Expected ship date will be mid-July. Limited supply. Please limit your order to a quantity of 5 or less. And I'm going to save this. And everything is true here. We only have 1,000 units, so it is very limited. We have over 1,000 customers on this product. And so for this pre-sale, we actually raised the price because we are limited on cash. And so usually this sold for $29.97, but we're selling it for $34.97 right here. And you can see the margin is around 80%, which is what I love because you have a lot of room to work with and everything else is in there. So save, view, and you can see pre-sale, Dr. Barry's Hiatal Health, and then buy now on Amazon. I'm going to actually delete that button. This is a pre-sale for Hiatal Health. Expected ship date will be mid-July. So let me actually do one more thing. Expected ship date mid-July. Save that. Let me come down here, get rid of that Amazon button. I believe it's down here. Yep. So we'll clear that out. And then the final thing I wanted to do was put it into stock. So I'm going to put that we have 800. And we're going to save. And that should do it. Let's look now. Pre-sale, expected ship date mid-July. Add to cart, buy with Shop Pay. No more Amazon button. And this is a pre-sale. Perfect. All right, looks good. So let's jump into the email sequence that we're going to be doing for this as well. I'm going to jump that over to my wife for that.
Today, I'm going to show you how to do an order fulfillment email for a pre-sale that we're doing and how to set all of that up correctly. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a segment in Klaviyo. So you go to lists and segments over here and create new in the corner. I just titled it Bought Pre-Sale Hiatal Health. And then you're going to come down here to definition, what someone has done or has not done. They've ordered product at least once in the last 30 days is fine. Nobody has really ordered this product yet, but that will happen as the pre-sale orders come in. And so you also want to add where SKU equals and then put your SKU in, and it should come up if it's all synced. So we're going to create the segment here, and it takes a second to kind of go through this. And then next what we'll do is we're going to create one email in a flow that will send to this segment once we have people that have purchased the product under pre-sale. All right, perfect. So next thing we're going to do is go to flows, and we're going to say create flow. And let's see here. Honestly, I just want to build my own. So I'm going to build my own. We're going to call it, what was that? Bought pre-sale, Hiatal Health. Okay, and we're going to do create manually. Okay, so first we're going to select a trigger. Ba-ba-ba. Added to segment, bought pre-sale, Hiatal Health, and save. Confirm and save. So when someone is added to the bought pre-sale Hiatal Health segment, then this happens. So we are going to write an email. And basically, let's go use ChatGPT for this. So let's tell ChatGPT that we are doing a pre-sale for Hiatal Health. Please write a thank you email. So let's see what they come up with here. This is much longer than I'm going to want it, but I will just get rid of a lot of it. So, okay, so let's go back here, set up email. Thank you. Subject line. So let me grab that actually. Thank you for your pre-order. Okay, we're going to select a template here just to make it simple, one that we've already used. We're going to use this template. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and we're going to grab this email. Okay, so I want to make sure that everything is the size we like it to be and everything. Okay, so let's go through here and just make sure it says what we want it to say. Thank you for your recent order of Hiatal Health from Dr. Berry's Eclectic Remedies. Please remember that this is a pre-order. Hiatal Health is expected to be ready to ship to your doorstep around mid-July. We appreciate your patience as we finalize our preparations to ensure you receive the highest quality product. Our team is working diligently to make sure that Hiatal Health meets the standards of excellence you've come to expect from Dr. Berry's Eclectic Remedies. You'll receive a shipping confirmation email with tracking information as soon as your order is on its way. In the meantime, if you have any questions or need further assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Here we go. Easy peasy. Perfect. Okay. Let's make sure this is all the same color. Doesn't look like the same color. I don't know. Just want it to be black. There we go. We're going to get rid of the button. We don't really need a button. And let's change the photo and we're going to link here. See if I can find a Hiatal Health photo. This is one. Okay. Hold a couple things. Okay. And we are going to exit. Okay. Go. All saved. I don't know why it didn't save my subject line, but let's go grab that again. I'll just say, make sure that stuff that I wanted is bolded. It doesn't look like it's saved. Okay. All right, perfect. So done. And we're going to put that live. Live. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to exit out of that and you're all set. All right, so this video is going to show you how to write a 5-day email sequence for a pre-sale launch that we're doing on a product called Hiatal Health. Now, this product is currently in manufacturing. We're going through testing and everything right now. And once it is fully complete, then we'll be able to ship it out to customers, which should be in about 2 weeks' time. So we are going to pre-sell this product. So this is how we're going to do it. Now, I have already written an email. I wasn't sure that we were going to do a pre-sale, so I already wrote an email that I'm just going to use and ask ChatGPT to write me a few other emails. So I copied all of this. We'll go like this. Okay, I'm going to bring that over. I'm going to say, we are doing a pre-sale of Hiatal Health. Please rewrite the following email slightly to make it a pre-sale email. Then give me 4 more emails that are similar but shorter and share different information about the product than you did in email number 1. This should be 5 total emails. Here's more information on Hiatal Health. Or wait, let's not do that right now, because he's going to use, here's the first email to use. There we go. So we're going to see what ChatGPT comes up with. And honestly, I don't really want ChatGPT to totally change my first email. I really just want to incorporate some of the pre-sale stuff into the email. So we're going to see what it comes up with here. Okay, so email number 1, I just want to see how they incorporated the pre-sale. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of this here. So I don't want to use the whole thing. Build to announce. Hiatal Health is now available for resale. We know many of you have been eagerly waiting for its return, and we're excited to offer you this opportunity to be among the first to receive it. I'm going to say, as a VIP customer who has bought Hiatal Health in the past, you know how important it is for you to have it in your hands. We expect the product to ship to your doorstep around mid-July. I'm going to bold that. Hiatal Health is now available for pre-sale. Bold. Hiatal Health is a unique blend of natural ingredients, blah, 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 crafted with care. This is what makes it so special. As we've worked diligently to restock it, you can now place your order. I'm going to say your pre-order directly on our website and continue your journey towards digestive comfort and overall well-being. Any questions? Yada, yada. Okay, get Hiatal Health now. I'm going to make sure that we're using this link. Shouldn't have changed, but I'm going to say pre-order because I'm going to hit them over the head with the pre-order so that I don't get a million emails about where's my product, even though it is going to happen. But, we're going to do our best. Okay, pre-order Hiatal Health now. Okay, there we go. I like to preview it. Just make sure it looks how I want it to look here. Okay, done. Exit. Okay, so I actually have to edit the recipients for this also because we want to send it to just those who have purchased Hiatal Health in the past. So I'm going to take off the GERD Chef and I'm going to take off Dr. Berry's Eclectic Remedies and we are going to send it to Bought Hiatal Health. Okay, so like 1,000 people. Okay, make sure it still looks the way we want it to look. And I'm going to go ahead and send this one out and hopefully all goes well. So continue to review. Okay, we're going to send it now. Okay, return to campaigns. All right, we're going to write more emails. So we need 4 more emails, right? So what I like to do, for the first 3 emails, we're going to send it to those who bought Hiatal Health in the past. So we're just going to clone this one. And we're going to say, what's back? Hiatal Health, number 2. List, Hiatal Health, good, continue. Once this comes up, I'll go over to ChatGPT and see what ChatGPT came up with for my email number 2, which could be terrible, but you never know. So here we go. Pre-order Hiatal Health today for mid-July delivery. Take it. I like the fire, so I'm going to steal that. We're going to put more fire down there. Okay, pre-order. Once again, hitting them over the head with the pre-order. Okay, edit email. All right, we're going to come back over to here and I'll just take this. Doesn't need to be a fancy email or anything. It just needs to be like, hey, don't you remember? We have a pre-sale going on. Order our product. Okay, we're excited. I'm going to say this is just a reminder that we're currently running a resale of Hiatal Health. For those who have used it, which is likely you, since you're on our VIP list as someone who has ordered in the past, you get first dibs on this pre-sale. Please limit your order to 5 bottles as we have a limited quantity. All right, this is just a reminder that we're currently running a pre-sale of Hiatal Health in bold. Since you're on our VIP list as someone who has ordered in the past, you get first dibs on this pre-sale. Please limit your order to 5 bottles as we have a limited quantity. I forgot to put that in the first one. I should have put that in the first email, but I did not. So I'm going to put it in this one. And then Hiatal Health combines powerful ingredients like raw spleen concentrate and milk thistle to promote digestive health. Pre-order now, and your order will be shipped around mid-July. That too. Any questions, just hit reply and I'll be happy to answer. To your health, Dr. Jenna Ziegler. I'd love to use a new photo here. Let me see if I've got any here. I don't know. Let's go back a little, see what we've got here. I don't know if I have any. I need to create some. I'm going to edit this image real fast here because I want to use a slightly different image. And I did not come prepared with images. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to replace, upload your new image. I'm not going to change any links because I don't need to change any links. Okay, done. Perfect. Reorder Hiatal Health. Yay. Review and test. Let's make sure it looks exactly how we want it to look. Good. Done. Exit. We're going to schedule this one for tomorrow at 8 a.m. Continue to review. Scheduler send. We're going to schedule at a fixed send time. We're going to do tomorrow at 8 a.m. Recipient's local time zone. We're going to schedule that. Okay. We're going to return to campaigns. So that one's scheduled for tomorrow. We are going to clone this one again. We're going to call it number 3. We're also sending again to the bought Hiatal Health people. And then we'll start sending to the whole list. Yes, bought Hiatal Health. Okay. There we go. Okay, continued content. All right, so let's see what ChatGPT has given me for email number 3. I think it's, a lot of the same. I'm not gonna use their emails. Let's see. Can you please rewrite emails number 3, number 4, and number 5? Number 3 will be sent again to those who have ordered in the past. Number 4 and number 5 will be sent to anyone, to all people on our list. So please use a lot of email number 1 in emails 4 and 5. Thank you. Okay, so while she's doing that, I need to make some photos here. These are kind of silly photos to me, but I mean, I'm going to use them. All the same photo. Not ideal. Okay, maybe that one. Okay, take that. Okay, we got a few options I can play with. So let's go back to ChatGPT. Let's see how we're doing here. I'm going to say, reminder, Hiatal Health pre-sale is now open. Oh, there we go. All right, so this is email number 3. We're going to use some of what they wrote. Honestly, I never use exactly what ChatGPT gives me, so let's make a new photo here. We're going to use some of the photos that I just downloaded. I'm just going to upload those here real quick. There we go. We're going to add a little text here. Like I said, probably doesn't have to be anything fancy. Let me see what this looks like. Okay, so let's replace this. Just upload this image. Okay, we've got that in there. Resale happening now. Hiatal Health, pre-order Hiatal Health now. Okay, Hiatal Health is now available for pre-sale. However, we only have a limited quantity and you're limited to 5 bottles. So make sure to secure your bottles today. We're expecting a ship date of mid-July, which means you'll have it on your doorstep so soon. Don't miss out. Pre-order now and continue your journey towards choices of comfort. Any questions? Hit reply and I'll be happy to answer. Let's preview this real quick. Okay, exit. Okay, we're going to schedule this one for at a fixed send time on Thursday, 8 a.m.-ish, recipient's local time zone. Okay, and we're done with email number 3. All right, so email number 4, let's copy that last one. We're actually going to change the list, but I'll hit continue. So we are now going to send to Dr. Barry's Eclectic Remedies and the GERD Chef. So basically our entire list is going to get this email. So continue to content. And let's see, what did we use for the subject in the first email? Vital Health presale happening now is what I'm going to use. And then it's back. Okay, so let's take the new email number 4. Okay. Only. Okay. I'm just bolding a few things here just to, a little easier to read. Okay. Vital Health is now available for pre-sale, and we're thrilled to offer you a chance to purchase it today. We expect to be shipping the product to you around mid-July, so you'll have it on your doorstep soon. We have limited quantities, so we ask that you limit your pre-order to 5 bottles. Vital Health, yada, crafted care works. Here's a reminder of what makes it so special. Okay, you can now place your pre-order on our website. So place your pre-order on our website. I'll link that. A little link in there. Your Hiatal Health will be shipped to you around mid-July. Any questions, just hit reply and I'll be happy to answer. So let's go back, make another photo. Okay, so I'm just updating this image so we're not using the same image every time. Make sure the link is still good, should be good. If you order Hiatal Health now, links in there. Okay, let's preview this real quick. Okay. This email is going out on Friday. Okay, 13,000 recipients. Schedule. This one's Friday the 28th. We'll send this one at 8 a.m. also. Local time zone. Schedule. Okay, and last but not least, we need to do email number 5, which is really, I usually make the last email a relatively simple email, just like a, hey, by the way, this is still on pre-order, pre-sale. So go ahead and get your order in. So we'll clone that. Number 5. Okay, we're sending it to the whole list. So New to content. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, Chat GPT. See, I don't need any of this. I don't need it to be as crazy. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay. Let's see. Limited quantities. Get your order in today. Scarcity, scarcity, scarcity. Okay. Edit email. We're going to make it short and sweet, nice and simple. This is your final reminder that Hiatal Health is now available for pre-sale, and we're thrilled to offer you a chance to purchase it today. We expect it to be shipping the product to you around mid-July, so you'll have it on your doorstep soon. We have limited quantities, so we ask that you limit your pre-order to 5 bottles. Hiatal Health, blah, blah, blah. We know you've been waiting for this email. I'm so excited. Product back in your hands. Now place your pre-order on our website, and your Hiatal Health will be shipped to you around mid-July. Any questions, just hit reply and I'll be happy to answer. Okay. Okay, so let's do just one other little photo here. Nice, bright and airy. Put Dr. B in the corner. I'm going to edit that and remove the background. So cool. All right. Download that. Great. Okay, we'll get out of Canva. Let's change the photo here. Place. Beautiful. Okay, link's still in there. Link's still in there. Pre-sale, place your pre-order on our website, mid-July. Okay, awesome. Great. So we'll exit out of that. This one's going to go out Saturday. I'll probably put it at 9 a.m. Okay, 9 a.m. local time zone. Awesome. Okay. So we've scheduled 5 emails for this launch. The current one, the first one is sending, or it has been sent. We've already made $250 in the 15 minutes that I've been doing this, which is pretty awesome. And so we'll see what happens in the next 5 days. All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to go through our email. We've had a lot of emails in the past couple months since we bought Dr. Berry's about when is Hiatal Health coming back into stock. And so I'm going to go back through our email and even back through our DMs, like on Facebook and stuff like that. And I am going to personally email every single person back and let them know that Hiatal Health is now available for pre-sale. I'm going to send them the link. I'm going to send them the link and let them know that it will ship around mid-July. But we recommend getting your order in today. So you can see this in this email here. I'm basically just going to copy and paste it. I wanted to personally email you back and let you know that Hiatal Health is now available for pre-sale here. This means it will ship around mid-July, but we recommend getting your order in today. Let me know if you have any questions, Dr. Jenna. So I'm going to copy that, send it to Yvonne. I'm going to go back and find the next person. Nathan, I already emailed because he's the one that actually recommended the pre-sale or asked for it. So I already emailed him back. Here's Eric. Some of these people didn't specifically ask, or they had other questions. So I'm just kind of trying to go through this. Okay, let's email Myrna. Email her back anyway. Email Terry. And I'm sure people will, send me a message back and they'll have questions. Add in a little something there. Okay, let's go back. So this is basically just not very exciting, but you know, me going through this email and getting back to people that have asked about Hiatal in the past. A lot of emails, but hopefully every single one is going to result in a sale, right? So that's why we do it. Every once in a while, check your link, make sure that your link is correct. She's emailed me like 8 times, so I don't need to email her back. You can see how many people have really benefited from this supplement. It's pretty amazing. Okay, we're almost to the end of what I've got, I think. At least in the email. And we'll move on to Facebook. I think that's it. Okay, that's it for email. So let's do Facebook business. I'm going to write the same exact thing for the most part. Let's see if it'll let me log in. Okay. Most of this is spam, but we'll go through for pre-sale. Okay, I do have to put a link in there. Okay. No ship around mid-July. Okay. And be a link. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. This about respiratory relief. Here we go. Hi, Lena. There you go. I'll send that. This is when we kind of took it over, so kind of combing through these. Okay. All right, so I think that is all for that. Thanks.
All right, so as you can see here, we sent out our email. It's back, Hiatal Health. Oh, let's go down to the one we actually sent. We sent it to essentially 1,000 people that have purchased this product in the past, and we didn't send it to our whole list. We wanted this to be a highly engaged list, even though only 12% have opened. So 125 recipients have opened this email. 13 recipients have clicked it, and we sent that at 12:30. It's now 2:30, so essentially 2 hours. And I want to just show you guys a quick update. And so update here, after 2 hours, we've sold 10 of them. And so let's go back to this. Out of the 125 people that have opened, 10 of them have bought. So that's 10%. That's pretty good so far. 13 clicked and only 3 did not buy after they clicked. And then see right here, $952 in sales in the first 2 hours. So I'll do another update here in just a little bit. Once we, it's going to be no time for you guys, but it's going to be a lot of time for us because we got to wait about 24 hours. Now, if you guys want to know like how we're doing this, what we're teaching and all this, building an email list of raving fans, I want you to head to freedomflywheel.com. Freedomflywheel.com is going to show you how we build real businesses, not businesses on Amazon. I'm not going to show you how to pick the perfect product. I'm going to show you how to pick the perfect person. When you pick that perfect person, everything else takes care of itself. And when you serve that person, that's what we teach. So head to freedomflywheel.com, check out how we do that. All right, here we are 24 hours later after the first initial email was sent out. We're sending out a second email right now at 11:45, so it's 12:45 right now. So the first email went out at 12:33, so we're just about 24 hours later. Let's go check the results. So 2-day results, we are at $1,600 in sales, a total of 17 orders for about an average price of almost $100. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. So getting exciting. Let's check in again in a little while. All right, here we are 48 hours later after the initial launch, and we are at $2,300 almost. So 23 orders. So we're almost at $100 per order essentially. So everything's going pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the results so far, but I'm not satisfied. Not quite there yet. So what I'm doing now is I did a customer segment inside of Shopify here, and I wore my no excuses hat here because a lot of you are going to see what I'm about to do and you're going to be like, I will never do that because it's too hard. And yes, no excuses. If you want to be a successful business owner, you got to get in the weeds. I run Profitable Pineapple Ads Agency. That is my full-time job. It is a multi-million-dollar operation. And then I just have this startup, Dr. Berries. We're sitting here making our first $2,300 on our product. And it's not our first 2,300. We've made like 18,000 since March. And it's June at the time of this recording. And here I am getting ready to call. Yes, you heard me right. I'm getting ready to call the top customers that we have here to make a bottle or two of sales because we need the cash. So I'm going to make some phone calls. So no excuses. That's why I'm wearing this hat. And you guys are going to see these calls live. So let's just jump into it. So what I did is I actually came in here and I created a customer segment. So I know I'm really big right now. I did that on purpose because I'm going to be on the phone. And it's mostly going to be a phone conversation. And so what I did here is came here to customer segments. And it's a little clunky to use. But what you do here is you create a segment. And I just created one here. Let me shrink myself down just for this part. And we created a segment of, let's see, what was it? Products purchased. Oops. Products purchased. Product name. And then we just found our product. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. I'm just getting all the bundles in there as well. And that one. So everything that they bought, add another criteria, date range. Actually, I don't even think you need to add a date range. Let's just do that. And then I hit apply. Nope, not gonna let me. Okay, product was purchased. True. Yeah, that's it. So there you go, 1,500 customers. So then what I'm gonna do is sort it from highest to total amount spent. There we go. And it's gonna give me my highest value customers. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call these people. Literally gonna go down this line and call them. That's all I'm gonna do. Hi, this is Dr. Travis Ziegler. I'm the current owner of Dr. Berry's Eclectic Remedies. I saw that you had purchased the Hiatal Health in the past, and I just wanted to let you know that we are doing a pre-sale right now. We've been out of stock of the Hiatal Health for about 4 months now. And so wanted to let you know on our website, you can visit drberriesremedies.com and you can pick up a pre-sale of the Hiatal Health. We do have a limited quantity. And so I'd highly recommend getting over there to order that. If you have any questions, this is my direct cell phone. Feel free to text me. I'll probably send you a text after this as well, just letting you know about the pre-sale and with the link to buy the product. All right. Appreciate all your past purchases and looking forward to working with you in the future. All right, so first phone call done. You're going to get a ton of messages, by the way, doing this. And so what I'm going to do with that is, since she did not answer, because she probably didn't know the number, of course, I'm going to send her a text as well. And so I'm going to say, hey, Gina, this is Dr. Travis Ziegler, current owner of Dr. Berry's Eclectic Remedies. I saw your past purchases of Hiatal Health and wanted to let you know we are having a pre-sale for it now with expected ship date in mid-July. There are limited quantities. Here's the link to purchase. All right, we're going to take that. Let me get the URL. Okay, that URL, bring it over here to the text. Then I'm just going to copy this because we're going to use it in the future here. All right, so that one's done. Okay, call one done. All right, let's go on. So I'm going to mark that as called and texted. So now we're going to move on to the next one. Ooh, this one doesn't have a phone number. Can you do that one? And oh, zoomed in camera. Hello. All right, next one.
Promos and logos. This was
Hey, Dr. Travis Ziegler here. How are you?
you broke up. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
This is Dr. Travis Ziegler. How are you?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually the current owner. I just bought Dr. Berry's Eclectic Remedies off of Dane and Chelsea.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and wanted to give you a call just to see how things are going. I saw that you've purchased Hiatal Health in the past. Wanted to see if you had any questions for me at all.
Yeah, let's see here. Hiatal hernia. There's a few other things that we got from them that I ordered. No, but we love his products. I mean, and we loved him when he was here, and we went to see him a few times. And we live over in Searcy, and So yeah, everything. So you bought. So his kids were running it after he passed away, right?
Yeah, so he passed away. His kids took it over, and then my wife and I had been working with his kids for about 2 years on the marketing side. And my wife and I are both optometrists slash functional medicine. I wouldn't say we're formally trained functional medicine doctors, but we shifted that way about 7 years ago, and we bought their online supplement business because we saw the need for it. So I just wanted to call and reach out, let you know that Hiatal Health is back in stock. We actually ran out of stock, so
Yeah.
we're having a pre-sale right now, and it will be shipped out in mid-July, and wanted to see if you wanted to pick any up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get back on there and look. I have changed. Well, we used to be heavy on intermittent fasting, and we've gotten back to that in the last couple of months, and that's helped that quite a bit. And then plus, I don't eat supper anymore. I just eat breakfast and lunch, or really just one meal a day. So that's helped not having.
That's great.
I just always have heartburn most of my life, basically because of my diet. Although my mother has it bad and her daddy had it bad, but it was basically our diet. So tried to do some things to change that. But my wife and my daughter use this Lady Biz. We've ordered that quite a bit. We've ordered. There was one. I can't remember what it was, but we've done Stone Solver. I've done Stone Solver. I've done Total Liver before. I think there was another. I can't remember the name of it.
He has a lot of them, that's for sure.
Do what?
They do have a lot of them, that's for sure.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said that they have a lot of different products, that's for sure.
Yeah. So are you going to keep the core 5 that they have, or?
So we're narrowing it down to 2 products. So there's going to be Hiatal Health, and then there's going to be we're coming out with another product called Reflux Essentials. It's going to be a little stronger for acid reflux, but Hiatal Health is, of course, as you know, for hiatal hernias and everything.
Right.
Regards to Lady Biz, we had a 50% off sale a couple weeks ago. I think did you take advantage of that?
I did. I bought quite a bit because I thought that they might get rid of it or run out of inventory, and so I bought several. I've got probably 5 or 6 here.
Cool.
For my wife and my daughter.
Yeah, you took advantage of that, so that's great. So you don't need any more of that. But yeah, I just want to let you know that Hiatal Health is coming back, and we're doing a pre-sale right now, so you can jump on and order that. Lady Biz will probably be gone once we run out of this inventory. However, we have a lot of stock, and it doesn't expire for 2 years. So I think that's going to be gone probably by the year 2020, end of 2025.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll let them know that. They take that faithfully, but no, you're right. I mean, Hiatal Health, yes. I really, when COVID was going on, I got COVID, and I had a very hard time breathing, and it got to the point where I was we live in a place that has a concrete floor, and I was hitting the floor very hard with my right foot constantly just to get a breath. I mean, it was really bad. And I don't know, I never went to the doctor, just been told that I had hernia issues, but I feel like I may have an issue. And I took that faithfully for a long time. And of course, I don't have any issues now. But
that's great.
Helped quite a bit. So
yeah, you only need the supplement if you didn't figure it out, and you figured it out. So that's even better.
Yeah. And so, okay, so you're Hiatal Health, and what was the other one that you're going to keep?
It's called Reflux Essentials. It's actually a newer one that Dane and Chelsea had just put an order in before we ended up buying it. It comes out next month as well. So you'll see some emails come out here in just a little bit from us.
Are you keeping the store that they had?
No, that actually stayed with them. So Dane and Chelsea kept the store. My wife and I are located in Columbus, Ohio, so we're not even in Arkansas.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, good. No, thanks for reaching out, and I'll let my wife and daughter know about the Lady Biz, and then, but yeah, I appreciate you calling and touching base.
Yeah, Lady Biz is still in stock, and so we'll have it for the next 2 years. So
okay, that sounds good.
All right, thanks, Jay.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
All right, so yeah, you get somebody on the phone every once in a while. All right, let's do the next one. No number. Okay. All right, let's do this one.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, this is Dr. Travis Ziegler. No need to call me back. I'm the current owner of Dr. Barry's Eclectic Remedies. I see you've purchased from us in the past and just wanted to reach out and say thank you and just see if you had any questions for me. Like I said, no need to call back or anything. I'll shoot over a text after this as well. And just wanted to let you know that our Hiatal Health that I've seen you purchase in the past is back in stock. We were out of stock for about 4 months, and I know a lot of you relied on that. So it is back in stock for pre-sale. It should ship in about 2 to 3 weeks. That's the expected ship time. It is done with manufacturing, and it should get there. So you can check out the website, drbarrysremedies.com, and you can pre-order that. And I am calling people to let them know about this because we do have a limited quantity of stock available. So appreciate your time and thank you. Then we get a call back from so I'm going to call him.
Are you there?
Yeah, sorry. How you doing?
Dr. Travis?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hey, it's Jay Hall. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
I was telling my wife you called, and she said, I couldn't think of this one. So you're not going to have respiratory anymore?
The respiratory relief is the first one on our list to bring back after we get the business going. And the reason is because you're a business owner, I can tell.
Yes.
And as you know, inventory is expensive, and our minimum order quantity for inventory is around $40,000. And yeah, it's crazy. And so go ahead.
Per selection?
Per item. Yep. Per supplement. So we have to really narrow it down to the one that was the bestseller, which is Hiatal Health. And that sold 95% of their revenue is from Hiatal Health. And so they had all this money sitting on a shelf. And so we're narrowing it down to the bestseller first, focusing on that one. And then we're going to come back out with the bestsellers in order. So respiratory relief was the second bestseller, and that will be the next one we come out with if I had to guess, in probably a year to two. So we'll probably come back out with that in 2025, depending on our cash flow situation.
Well, I had written his daughter, I think it was, about that particular one, and she said, she said that they didn't have any more, but she referred me to a company called Ridgecrest Herbals, and she said there's one called Clear Lungs, and so we had to switch to that one until one day y'all. I don't like it as well, but I've been taking it.
I have another one too. If you guys ever need a replacement for anything that you're taking, just reach out. And if we're out of stock of it, I'm not going to continue it. We have replacements lined up for each one. The one that I use personally is called Hybrid AR.
Let me grab a pen real quick. All right.
I can also send you a text after this that will have a link to buy it. You want to do that?
So that's 2 words?
It's all one word, hybrid. And then A as in apple, R as in race car.
Okay. All right. What company is that with? Or is that with your?
It's not with me. It's actually I coach this guy, and he's a pharmacist, I believe, in Florida, and he came up with the formulation and everything. So it's a pretty good product.
Oh, okay.
I use it myself.
Is there a website, or is it just?
The company name is hybridremedies.com.
Oh, wow. Huh. Okay.
So yeah, check that out.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, Jay. See you.
All right. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, onward. We're on to the next one. Let's see. Okay, so that was Carol. Let's do the next one. And she just hung up. I love cold calling. So I'll just send her a text. If you guys want to see this text, it's just simply, this is Dr. Travis Ziegler, current owner of Dr. Barry's Eclectic Remedies. I saw your past purchases of Hiatal Health and wanted to let you know we're having a pre-sale for it now with the expected ship date in mid-July. There are limited quantities. Here's the link to purchase. And I could just send a text. I mean, people respond to texts better. So I might just start doing that if I don't get a hold of many people. But I like the personal touch. These are my high-level customers, so I sorted it by top spenders. These are people that have spent over $1,000 with us over their lifetime. So I'm okay with, getting a little dirty here and calling some people.
Your call has been forwarded to an.
Hey, Dr. Travis Ziegler here. I'm the current owner of Dr. Barry's Eclectic Remedies. I saw that you've purchased from us in the past, so I wanted to reach out and just introduce myself because we just bought the business about 4 months ago. And I saw that you've purchased our Hiatal Health in the past, and we did stock out of that they did stock out right before they sold it to us, and we are just now getting it back in stock, and we're having a pre-sale on it. I'll send you a text follow-up on this and with a link to buy it. But yeah, just wanted to reach out, let you know. Talk to you soon. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I don't think you guys want to keep watching me. You guys have been watching me do this for now 22 minutes. So now I'm going to go back to I'm going to turn off the camera, and we'll post the next section will be probably the 5-day update, but I'm going to continue these phone calls and everything for the next probably 2 hours and just keep reaching out to people. So you guys have been watching me for 22 minutes and I've already gotten through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And so that's better than nothing. And so I'm going to continue on. So hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video. All right, so here we are 5 days later. You can see it is the 29th now, and we started this on Tuesday, the 25th. And so we sent out an email on the 25th, the 26th, the 27th to just people that have purchased Hiatal Health in the past on our website. But we kind of figured there are some people on Amazon that haven't purchased on our website, but they bought on Amazon, so they probably want it too. So then on the 28th and 29th, we sent it to our entire list. So this just went out to about 1,000 people each day. And then we did our entire list, which is about 13,000 people these last 2 days. And so 470 people showed up, 38 orders. So that's a pretty good conversion rate, $3,500 so far. So I'm pretty sure, without checking the data, I'm pretty sure we met our goal, which is great. And then a $90 average order value. So people were ordering multiples because it's a $35 product. So average people were buying about 2.5-ish, not quite. Actually, no, that's 2.5. 2.5 is a little over 2.5 actually. So pretty great, pretty great. Pretty happy with this. We were short cash, we got it. And then with Amazon coming in, I think this week on Amazon, we also did pretty well. Let me check here. Let's go to payments. So on Amazon, we have a transfer coming on Friday of $540 plus whatever comes in next week. So we hit our goal, which is great. But hopefully we'll get even more results here in a little bit. So here's an 11-day update on our launch, our pre-sale launch. It's still in pre-sale. We're still waiting for the shipment. But as you know, day one was the best one with 1,350. Trickled down here a little bit. The first 3 days, again, we sent to our previous buyer list, and then we sent it to the entire list. So that's what that bump was right there. And they kind of trickled along, and then we sent another email on July 2nd. You can see this bump here. No reason for that bump. It just kind of happened. But yeah, so total we've done about just a little under 5,000, 60 orders for an average order value of $78.12. So overall did really well and really helped pull us out of this. As you saw, through utilizing a pre-sale strategy, ads, selling off inventory, and more, we were able to bring in the cash we desperately needed. We went from a cash position of negative $3,500, all bills paid, and over $2,000 in the bank in just 7 days. This is the power of an email list and building a real business and not focusing on product opportunities like every guru out there is telling you. If you ever find yourself in a similar cash crunch, I hope this video gave you some ideas on how to respond. Additionally, if you want to break the shackles of your Amazon business, check out my free training at freedomflywheel.com. I show you at freedomflywheel.com how to build a business that you can sell in 5 years while paying yourself along the way. Thanks for watching.
Hey, I wanted to thank you for watching this video, and I picked out another video just for you. So make sure you check out that other video. And what do they need to do? Do they need to like and subscribe? Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.